Hey everybody, welcome to week 6 and the week 6 overview presentation. I'm going to start by talking about where you can go and get help if you need some help with your writing. The first and best place to come is to come and see me in my office. I just want to extend that invitation to you. You can absolutely come and see me. Some people have been making appointments. They've been emailing me and telling me when they're going to come. Please do that just in case I run out and get a snack or go to the bathroom or something and I'm not in my office right when you get there. If I'm expecting you, I won't do it. I will stay and wait for you. So just make sure to email me, and I would love to meet you. It makes me happy. Makes me happy to be able to talk about your writing in person. So I'm extending that invitation again. The other place is the Writing Center. The Writing Center is also on campus. It's on the second floor of the College Services building. Every single person that I've talked to that has gone to the Writing Center raves about how helpful it is, and it's part of your tuition pays for it. So you're paying for it already. You might as well take advantage of it. If I were you, I would just go onto the Normandale website and press the search key and just type in Writing Center, and then this page will come up. Then you can read all about it, and you will be able to utilize whatever part of it that you need. There's also some online tutoring that you can take advantage of because you're a Normandale student as well. So there are 3 places where you can get help if you're needing it. Here is our overview for the week. Our overview for the week, this is our schedule, and the very first thing that I'm going to start with is that your personal narrative draft is due. It's due on Tuesday at noon. Tuesday at noon, your personal narrative final draft is due. The assignment folder will close at noon and will not reopen. This is not something that you can make up or be late with. It must be uploaded by noon. Here's just a little word of advice. If you are trying to upload it at 5 minutes to noon and something goes wrong, it's going to be hard for me to help you in those 5 minutes. So if I were you, I would just in your head make a due date or a time a little earlier just in case something goes wrong, because I won't be around at noon. Like, it won't happen. I cannot help you in the 5 minutes that it will take. So, but if you emailed me at, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, I could probably help you. Also, D2L can get very slow if a whole bunch of people are trying to do the same thing at the same time. So I just wanted to warn you about that. Just by personal experience, that has happened to me. So just a word to the wise. The other thing I wanted to point out is this metacognitive letter. This metacognitive letter is due with your final draft in the assignment folder. It is posted on D2L under content right now, so check that out, and you will do that in a separate document. It will not be in your final draft document. 2 separate documents, and you'll just upload them both into the assignment folder for the final draft of your personal narrative. And again, due on Tuesday at noon. And I know that that's a different due date. Usually we have things due on Wednesday and Friday. This was very intentional. We are starting our new unit this week, the Rhetorical Mode paper. And so I know that you are all going to be working on your personal narrative until the very last second to make sure it's the best. I mean, that's what I would do. And I need you to be able to focus on the new content because it's all foundational for the rest of the paper. And so if you don't do what you have to do for the Rhetorical Mode paper, it will put you in on the wrong foot for that paper. So I intentionally made this due on Tuesday so that you'll have time to focus on our new unit before all of those due times happen. All right, so Tuesday at noon, that's due. All right, you all know how to do serial. We're on episode 6 already. All the stuff you need is in the folder labeled serial on content, and y'all know the drill on that, so I'm not going to spend any more time on that. We started with our argument dabbling this last week. Our argument unit is the very last unit. It's the last composition paper. It's not really a paper, but it's the last thing you have to compose for the semester. It comes really fast at the end of the semester. So we are dabbling in argument from here on out. And it started last week with the rhetoric crash course and with the two chapters from Thank You for Arguing that you were supposed to read. So that is the foundational work for the argument that you're going to need. So if you haven't finished that, please make sure to finish that before you start with this argument rhetorical analysis. Now, the rhetorical analysis will be something that is going to be revisited every time we talk about it from now until the end of the semester. So it's going to be really important for you to do this voice thread, because this voice thread is going to set up how to read the worksheet and how to fill it out. And what you're going to do is I will walk you through the whole thing. We're going to be reading the essay called Everyone Deserves Defense. It's a This I Believe essay that NPR has compiled a bunch of This I Believe essays. They're really, really cool. And we found the link. So if you follow the link, which is here, that will bring you to the NPR site, which is here. And you can see that there's a blue button. You can push the blue button and you can listen to Peter Keene read his essay. What you're going to want to do, though, is you're going to want to download and print this essay, Everyone Deserves a Defense. And I believe that it's longer than that. In the content, it says something like with paragraph numbers. That's the one that you're going to want because the paragraphs are numbered and we're going to be talking about each paragraph. So you're going to want that printed out so you can write on it and you can follow along. You're also going to want to print out the rhetorical analysis worksheet, the first 2 pages. We're only going to be working with the first 2 pages for a couple weeks, and then we will add the last 2 pages later on in the semester. But we are really going to try and really learn those first 2 pages and how they work first. So then there's the voice thread right here. You just follow the link, you click on it in content, and it will take you right to voice thread. And that's where I will walk you through this process. I will do a little review of all of the terms and everything that we'll be using in the worksheet, and then we will complete the worksheet on the voice thread. And then here I have posted all the answers. So you will, after we're done with the voice thread, you can go back, look at my worksheet, my completed worksheet, compare it to yours so you know how it works and what you're doing. Next week, you'll be on your own. We're going to have a longer essay, and you will be doing it for an assignment, a graded assignment. So you're going to really want to do this assignment so you know what you're doing next week. All right, the next part of our week is the introduction for the rhetorical mode essay. There is a whole instruction sheet that is posted in content. You're going to want to print that. There's a little activity that I'm going to have you do inside that packet. So make sure to have that printed. And this again is a voice thread. There's a little bit of interaction in here as well. I'm going to take you through a very detailed introduction, but it is a bird's eye view. So it doesn't give you as many details as you want. This is our big paper for this semester. We will be working on it for the next 8 weeks. There are many parts to it, lots of them moving parts. It can feel overwhelming this week because you're not going to know exactly how everything's going to work. I go through that with you in the voice thread just trust me, you'll do great. I'm really excited about it. It's a really cool paper, but it is very complex and complicated. So don't feel like you're the only one that's going to be a little off center, because the overview always feels overwhelming because there's so many moving parts. Don't worry, I will lead you through everything and I will take care of you on that and I will help you. So don't freak out about it, okay? So we're going to get started on the rhetorical mode paper. And then when in the middle of the voice thread, I'm going to have you stop and go and do a discussion board. That's a 7-minute writing in our writer's notebook discussion board. So you will be doing that as well during that voice thread. And I also have you doing some other activities. So make sure to do that. And then the last thing that you have to do, and this will be due Friday, is there is a text set that have they have 7 different expository texts that you are going to read, and then you are going to write your own definition of each justice type in your own words. Okay, so you're not going to like copy and paste anything. There's not going to be any quotation marks because you're going to be translating it from how the authors do it into your own words. So you're going to make sure the meaning is the same, but the words that you're going to use are different. And you're also going to support each definition with textual evidence from those texts. So I know that you have read those texts very carefully and that you can pull out examples from those texts to show me that you understand the definition of each of these types of justice. And this is going to be an assignment. You're going to submit that to an assignment folder on D2L. It will be in the Rhetorical Mode folder, which is right underneath the personal narrative folder right now. I will probably move it once Tuesday happens. I'll probably move the personal narratives underneath it, so that one will be right on top for you. But right now it is underneath there. Okay, I think that that's all for this week. If you have any questions or concerns or comments or whatever, feel free to email me. Again, just extending the invitation to come see me as well. I hope that you are all having a lovely weekend this weekend, and I will catch you next week.